I love it when they all come together like that.
Yeah. Everything just feels right. Hi, everyone. We are LaChiMoLaLa. And we are back with our Flashback Friday BTS music video review. Woo-hoo. And this one, woohoo, is for Run, one of my personal favorites. I really love this song. I love the intent behind it, and the video is just fun. So I've definitely seen this, but it's been a while. I know it came out in 2015. I've definitely seen it since then. But it's definitely one of my favorites, and I feel like there's multiple GIFs from this that are appropriate for most conversations.
Yeah, I remember the first time I listened to this song, I was like, wow, like blown away by it, you know, like it's a really catchy song. It's something, it's an earworm, you know? So yeah, I really love this song and this music video. It's been a while, but I just remember it being very fresh and, you know, it's very simple, you know?
Yeah.
So
it was very, I do think of this as being like, it's a good gateway video for BTS because it's fun and you get to see all their personalities. And the song's just so good. So good.
It's so great and so memorable. But you actually have a very personal story to this, right?
Oh, yes. But let's watch it first.
All right. Let's watch it.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Woo! Bam. So pretty. Oh, so gorgeous.
I love this.
It's the lollipop era.
It's the lollipop. The first time I watched this, I remembered, why is RM littering? That was my initial thought.
They're such bad boys.
They are.
This must have been so fun,
right? It's like, no, don't fight. Whoa.
I love when they all squeeze into a photo booth.
Right?
So ridiculous.
I love it when they all come together like that.
Yeah. Everything just feels right.
Mm-hmm. Bad boy vibes. Oh my goodness.
Of course, Jin's driving. Was he the only one old enough at that time?
Yeah, right? I was gonna say Jin is always the driver.
Ugh. This one is such a movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's so gorgeously cinematic.
Right.
So pretty. So pretty.
Love this song.
And then, of course, this is parts of the prologue that we watched earlier, right?
Mm-hmm.
So cute. Orange hair Jin needs to make a comeback.
Right?
So handsome. Ugh. Ugh. So good. It's just like you said, like when you see all 7 of them come together, especially when they're like enjoying themselves. I don't know, like I just feel like I'm enjoying myself just watching them.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so it's really interesting because like it's cool that you see them like individually in different scenes and stuff like that, but when they all come together and start embracing each other, it's like you feel a little warm and fuzzy,
You do. That's like the special place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I first got into BTS, it was 2019, and I wasn't in a great place, like in my own personal like well-being. And there were a couple songs that really hooked me from their back catalog once I started like getting back through it. And this was one of them. I love the idea that that running can be strength, that walking away can be the best thing you can do for yourself. There's really not a lot of stuff that says that. Everyone's like, power through, hunker down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, sometimes that's really not the best choice. So I really liked, first of all, it's an earworm. You can listen to it every day, all day. Mm-hmm. And second of all, I just thought it had such a good message about embracing who you are, even if that means that this isn't right for you. Like, we've all done stuff and been like, oops, wrong choice, should have turned right. But this, I felt like it gave me the freedom to say, you're right, it's not working. Why am I trying to force it?
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I really love this song. And anytime I hear it, it just makes me feel happy and hopeful. Like, I always feel like they're running to something better and they're leaving the bad stuff behind.
Yeah.
So, which is very different for, I feel like, a song like this. The concept of this, when you hear that it's run, you assume it's going to be like running to someone or running away from something, and they are running away from something, but in a good way. I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I feel like it's a hopeful song about getting the hell out of Dodge and making a better life somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's so good. I could just listen to this song forever.
Yeah, and this is one of the reasons why we love BTS so much, because like this kind of concept is very relatable, you know.
Yeah. Everyone's had moments like this.
Yeah, everyone, whether you'd be like, you know, a teenager or, you know, adult, clearly, you know. So we all have these moments, and it'll strike again, you know, like you'll have that moment where you're like, why am I forcing this piece of puzzle of my life, you know, when I could just, you know, take a different path, you know.
Yeah. But it's scary sometimes to take a different path, and I love that it seems like they're embracing it. Yeah. By running towards it, by running away and towards something else. That's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
I feel like people, there's this connotation that if you're running from something, you're doing something terrible, and it's like, am I though? Yeah. That's terrible. I'm running from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh gosh. And then we said it before, but the production, this is like a gorgeous movie. Everyone is styled, you know, so perfectly, and the camera work and everything. You really feel like this is a super upgrade from what they'd been doing. Yeah. This is when you're like, oh wow, this is like a full-fledged concept. And I mean, you could just tell that it was expensive, and I mean that in a nice way.
Yeah, that they put a lot of, I mean, not to say that they didn't put a lot of thought into the other things. Clearly they did, but I think this definitely had a bigger budget, you know, video production wise.
And it's expensive without being showy. It's not that they're like head to toe Louis Vuitton. That's now. It's just that, you know, the amount of work that it must have taken, all the different scenes. They're in so many different sets. And this again, we were talking about it last time, they suddenly are like all actors. Like, they suddenly know how to inhabit these characters that are probably heightened versions of them at one point, but it's still not them, and they do such a good job. Yeah, I agree. I think that their acting probably started from like I Need You, right? Mm-hmm. That's where they got like mad acting skills. Yeah. And I just love it so much. And especially like you say, like when you see Suga and JK, and like you know their relationship off screen, it's so hard to watch that happening on screen. Like, the good thing about this, again, it's something you can enjoy at many layers. If you don't know BTS, it's cool. If you do know BTS, little things pop out at you and mean a little more. There's Easter eggs for ARMY. Yeah. All right, so we talked about the video production. We talked about the clothes. I know we touched a little bit. Not a little bit on the song. We talked about the song too. But okay, so back to the acting though. Sorry, looping back to that. Okay, honestly, they ran a lot. They did run a lot. They got their cardio in. Yeah. I'm wondering how many takes it took for them to run all over the place. They must have been so exhausted. Now, if you're Hitman Bang and they're annoying you today, you're like, 2 more, 5 more. Yeah.
because like they ran endlessly in the video, and hopping on cars and stuff like that. Like, I'm wondering how many takes it.
How many miles was anyone wearing a pedometer? Do they know how many miles they ran? That's your question.
Exactly. Oh man, yeah.
I have to admit, one of my favorite parts is when RM and V are getting caught for graffiti, and the way they smile at each other, even though they're getting arrested. Like, to me, that is such a relatable moment. Like, if you're with someone you love, even when you get in trouble, you're still like, this is gonna be a good story. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
that's another thing. The way they are as a group and together and being friends, like, all of that reminds me so much of like my high school and college friends, when you literally are like, this is it. These are all the people I need in my whole life.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, you'll need some other ones. But at the time, they really are the most important people to you.
Yeah.
We didn't really talk about the fashion, can we?
Oh yeah, of course.
I said it during the prologue, but I like suspenders on these boys, especially Suga. Suga should be wearing suspenders all the time. It's hot. And I really love Jimin too. He kind of has this like rocker boy, like, it's very cash with like the white shirt and the jeans and the boots, but it feels very much like the kid who bought a motorcycle and it's crap, but he's gonna like make it nice. I just picture him as like a mechanic in a garage for some reason, and I don't hate it. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, all of their styles are like, I feel like it's super casual, but it feels like it fits them,
Yeah. And it's interesting, they're wearing a lot of band shirts. Like, Suga's wearing a Rolling Stone shirt at one point, and of course Tay's in the Nirvana shirt, and I feel like that's a little unusual for them. I don't recall them wearing that much like branded stuff from other people, but it really fits this time period. Like, you're so into music, and your friends and your music are your world. So I do love that. Again, we pointed it out. We love that Jin's always driving. We assume he was the only one who could.
Yeah.
But yeah, even JK wears suspenders in this, and he looks good too. Damn.
They look good in anything, quite honestly.
Wow. But yeah, I like this fashion. It's suddenly a lot more casual, and that also, I think, helps with the concept of that this is everyone, that this is nowhere and everywhere. It's not you, but it's you. You know what I mean? That universal like feeling of this video, which is so good.
Yeah.
I love it so much. Oh my god.
It's so good.
I could probably write a paper on this. I love it. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Even though it's sad at parts, it's really sad. All the stuff with J-Hope is like really traumatizing, but I like that when each of them seems to be at their most desperate, they think about when they were all together and they feel better.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, babies. Don't cry, babies. We love you.
Yes, we do. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And we are
LaChiMoLaLa.
And we will see you guys next Friday for the Japanese version of I Need You.
Excited.
I don't think I've ever watched it before.
Me neither. Yeah, I really, and after seeing the last Japanese one we watched, I feel like it's going to be a completely different concept. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
More BTS.
More BTS.
All right, guys. Annyeong.